Welcome to Zula. I'm going to be talking about a dish that is close to my heart. My husband is Jamaican and we're a Trinjam family. So let's talk about jerk. Jamaican jerk style is actually believed to have been introduced when the Maroons, who are African descendants who had escaped from slavery, settled in the Caribbean. They introduced this traditional African cooking technique with native Jamaican spices and ingredients. Now, this new style helped to keep insects away and keep the meat preserved for longer. And not to mention, we created the most delicious and beloved signature flavors of Jamaican jerk cooking. Are you ready, guys? Let's make some stovetop jerk chicken salad. Hello everybody! Welcome back to another episode of In the Kitchen with Dr. H. I'm excited for this episode. Hey, when am I not excited to cook for you, right? Today we are making a jerk chicken salad and we're pairing that with the Jamaican rum punch mocktail. But we are so going to be immersed in our spices today. This is a dish beloved by all and it's synonymous almost with Jamaica, right? The jerk chicken. Now my grill pans are nice and hot over here, so we're gonna just really get started, okay? Before we do anything at all, I'm gonna brush those grill pans with a little olive oil. Let's let it get nice and ready. You see the smoke coming off of my grill over here? Now if you're outside or you have a nice grill outside and it's not too hot, go for it. It's best if this is even smoked or grilled on an outside grill, but today, that's all right. We're going to use a nice stovetop grill pan and get the same beautiful smoky flavors that we love in Jamaican jerk chicken. And we're pairing that with some delicious, fresh, gorgeous vegetables. All right, let's let that heat up a minute. And the first thing I'm going to do before I even put my jerk chicken on, see this pan is nice and hot. We're going to actually cool that down slightly over here. I see my other pan for the jerk chicken is also ready. This is ready to get started. We are going to put our marinated jerk chicken. Now, this jerk seasoning, you can make it yourself. You can use some allspice berries, nutmeg, grind it up into mortar and pestle, marinate it overnight with some beautiful spices and scotch bonnet peppers or habanero, a little olive oil in there, becomes a coarse paste. But let's just get this started. This grill is screaming for this beautiful jerk chicken. Hear that sizzle? I'm gonna put some of this. This is chicken breast that I've already cut into strips. And as I mentioned, I marinated it overnight so that, yes, I'd like to marinate it too. But I'll tell you, it's flavorful and delicious. The longer you get this to marinate, the spicier it's going to be. It just depends on how much of it you want in your own salad. I'm going to put one more piece on there. And just for the food safety, I keep a separate pair of tongs for the chicken as I do for the vegetables. Well, we're going to grill up some gorgeous bell pepper rings. And that's going to be an amazing addition to our salad as well. After we grill these, we're just going to put them aside. So in a separate pan, I'm grilling my gorgeous rings of pepper, all different colors. I've got my orange, red, green, yellow. Just make this dish pop, right? It is grilling beautifully on this wide pan over here. This is such an easy dish, and you can make this ahead of time. You can make the dressing ahead of time, which we will also do. And it just comes together beautifully. It's colorful, healthy dish that just fills you up and makes you feel excited about having island flair, right? Look at the colors in this pot. Look how gorgeous that is. I think we have space for another one in here. Let's pop another orange in there. All right, let's let those grill a little bit. See that? Stunning. I'm gonna put these off to the side over here because this same pan is where I'm going to put my grilled peppers when they're done. Give it a minute to kind of crisp up a little bit on here. I'm keeping my veggie pair of tongs separate from the chicken tongs. And those are grilling up beautifully now. You could put your lid on the jerk chicken, and it actually lets the smoke just infuse into the chicken to really emulate, or simulate rather, the smokiness of an outdoor grill. So you hear my peppers crackling and popping, and they're doing their own calypso music over here. So we're gonna let those turn over in just a second. But before I do, I want to give them a little touch of seasoning right here. Just a touch of salt right over the top, and a little bit of cracked black pepper just on one side. That's it. And so now every component of our salad will have some seasoning in it, right? Let's see if some of these are ready to flip over. Oh yeah, look at that. See that? Some grill marks on our peppers already over here. Yeah, this one can take a little bit of extra time. Let's see, we can get our pan nice and screaming hot.
Here is Minute Clinic Virtual Care.
And so is here.
And here. Nationwide, 7 days a week. From birth control consultations to visits with a healthcare provider. I can access it all here. Healthier happens together. CVS Health.
Down, we can make a gorgeous dressing. Now we're going to start off first with the acid in our dish. The acid will be the limes or the lemons. Today I have some lemons. We're going to roll those just to kind of get the juices going a little bit. Before I cut my lemons, I'm going to zest it to take that beautiful skin right off the top. The zest is a gorgeous addition, very tasty addition to our salad dressing. I'm doing this right into a bowl. I'm going to take the zest off of 2 of these lemons right here. See, that zest is coming off very easily. Right into my bowl. And see, before we cut our lemons, I'm going to flip the peppers. You have to keep an eye on those, you know. They love to grill a little extra fast. Look at that. Beautiful. That gives it that nice smoky flavor. Oh, look how stunning that is. That's what we want to see. Just a little bit of a charred look. Not too charred. I don't need it too charred. Just need a little bit of extra smoky love on there. And it adds depth to your salad. That's what we want to see. Just make sure we flip each of these. Here, that one's flipped already. Here we go. And get that one a little bit more. You could, if you choose to drizzle a little bit more olive oil on, you can. Feel as though we don't need it, because we're gonna have a beautiful dressing, remember. You know what? These other peppers, why don't we just get them to join the mix? Not too many that we have on here. So we can get these to fit in, why not? The more the merrier. Get them to join the party right here. Gorgeous colors, and this little red pepper can fit right in the middle right there. Play a little puzzle game right there. So as those are cooking up nicely, I'm going to give it a little bit of a dab of my extra virgin olive oil, just to make sure that those other peppers that we added in are nicely coated. And let us check on our chicken. Ooh, so we might be able to flip our chicken. This dish goes by so quickly, it's amazing. So here we go. Ah, check that out. Oh my gosh, you should smell my kitchen. The jerk seasoning smells, that allspice of the pimento berries, the nutmeg, the cinnamon, the scotch bonnet peppers, the olive oil. That is gorgeous. Look at that. Flipping it over. And it's ready to sear on the other side. Very nice. Look at that. Really stunning. And we are going to literally, this will be the topper for our salad after we're done. Now you can use any protein that you'd like, right? You could use fish, you could use chicken. You don't even need to have a meat. You can make this a completely vegetarian meal, right? So we're gonna let that cook down a little bit more. The peppers look as though they can flip just a little bit more right here. See if we can give this one a little chance to grill up. Okay, let those sit in there for just a little bit longer. And as those are getting a little bit more grill marks, let's finish making our dressing. So we started with our lemon zest in here. We are now going to cut our lemons and start with the acid first in this dressing, right? We're going to squeeze juice of our lemons right into this bowl, just like this. Beautiful. No seeds, just juice, right? We do maybe 1 or 2 lemons, just depending on you know, how much dressing you'd like to put on there. You can make, again, this dressing ahead of time, and you can use it for later. The longer it sits, the better off you are. So I'm gonna just pop those seeds out that got into my bowl there. Just squeeze the beautiful lemons. Now you could opt to put in a little bit of apple cider vinegar. In fact, I do have some apple cider vinegar that I like to add into here, which also pairs nicely, gives a nice refreshing zest, you know, that kind of really helps to tame the spices of the jerk a little bit more. So it's a beautiful pairing. So here's my lemon juice all zested out. I'm gonna add in some dried thyme leaves into here. A little bit of fresh garlic. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt right into my dressing here and whisk that together. Look at that, beautiful mix. All of those gorgeous flavors are just melding beautifully together. You can add a little bit more salt than that. And if you choose to add a little bit of apple cider vinegar, you can. I will add just a touch of apple cider vinegar. I'm going to add in, hey, as you know, my favorite Trinidad hot sauce. I'm going to just add just a tiny dollop of that. I'm going to actually put in a little bit of scallions into this dressing, give it a little bit of an oniony flair. And now, this is the time, after we've mixed this together, we're going to be adding in our olive oil. Olive oil dressing with lemon juice. This is so delicious and so easy to make ahead of time, right? And you're just going to whip that together, just like that. Whisk it together. And now it is really ready. It's going to sit there. You can do this. I also have a glass jar. If you chose to put all the ingredients in here, you can shake it up, pour out what you'd like, and then put the rest away for later. Okay, now this is looking almost ready here. So I'm going to use, since the chicken is cooked, I'm going to use a different pair of tongs here just to check on it, because it's now cooked meat. Yes, it's very juicy, deliciously cooked. And I'm going to turn this off a minute because it looks as though this is just about almost done. Going to increase the heat slightly, let it cook down. The chicken will need to rest for a little bit. So let us put this down over here. Okay. Now let's look at our veggies over here and see if we can get those to flip over. Yes, those pepper rings are looking delicious. All right. And they're cooking up just enough, but staying a little bit firm. That's the way we want it to look, right? So now at this point, we can kind of mix those peppers together. They don't need to just have their own space anymore. They're all friends in here. So we're gonna let those blend together beautifully and stay right on there. The chicken is looking about ready, but I wanna make sure that it is cooked all the way through. So while we do this, we're going to actually put the heat slightly up a little bit. Down, I'm going to put it actually down to medium and let it sort of smoke through and cook through a little bit while we dress our salad, okay?
Special thanks to our sponsors: Aetna CVS Health, American Heritage School.
Now this is a mixture of just, you know, my favorite greens, a nice spring mix of greens. Look at how gorgeous that is, different colors in there. And to this, we are going to add in some carrot shreds. You see the flavors and the colors come together beautifully. Beautiful carrot shreds. I have some radishes, pink radishes that were already sliced up. Those are another beautiful blank canvas, and this one is not as peppery as some of the other types of radishes. And cucumbers. Now, with my cucumbers, when I cut them into cubes like this, but I take the seeds out so it does not make my salad greens too watery. The seeds tend to, you know, release water into the salad, and that makes it very watery. So here is my gorgeous salad green here. We are now going to add in that dressing, okay? See that dressing that we made earlier? The lemon juice and the olive oil, salt and pepper. Just add it straight in just like that. Now again, you can choose to make this salad dressing ahead of time, and just leave it in your fridge. Or if you don't have your guests coming over right away, you can put the dressing at the bottom of the bowl and then add all of the other veggies on top. And you will find that is a nice way to keep your salad from getting too watered down, right? Look at that. Let this, toss this nicely. Make sure all of our seasonings are in there beautifully. All those gorgeous veggies down at the bottom. Make sure everything is coated nicely. We've got a couple that are trying to escape from us. We're gonna put them right back in. And I think the chicken is about done. So we're gonna leave this off to the side and take our chicken, which should be done, and let it rest a minute. Okay? Yes, let's make sure that that is cooked all the way through. Put it right on here. Just make sure it is cooked all the way through. I've had a nice chance, and that is why I cut the chicken a little smaller. That it has a chance to cook all the way through, and you don't have any issues with any raw meat, right? We'll let it rest on this chopping board right here. Now let's talk about these Jamaican jerk spices. Oh, so you probably all know or heard about these gorgeous allspice berries, or the pimento berries. This is a key ingredient in jerk seasoning. You can take some of these berries and pop it straight in to your mortar and pestle and add into this nutmeg that you can shave down, black pepper, cumin, coriander, a little bit of Scotch bonnet or habanero peppers. You put some olive oil in there and you grind that all together in a nice coarse paste, and that becomes the basis of your jerk seasoning. And you'll find that you can make this ahead of time, you can put it in the fridge, add a little bit of vinegar to it so it stays preserved, and you could use that over time and make your own jerk marinade. Remember, if you're going to be buying jerk seasoning, read it carefully. Make sure it doesn't have anything you don't know, any chemical names that you're not familiar with, and that watch the salt content in there, because it has a lot of salt usually if you buy the ones from the store. This way, if you make your own jerk seasoning, you're in charge of the salt, right? I think that the chicken had some time to rest a little bit. Let's just see now what this looks like. You slice it open. That's beautiful. Oh yes, that is really ready for my salad. I'm just going to slice down a couple of these right here. It's cooked all the way through. Last piece over here. Here we go. Now I think we're ready for the salad to get assembled. All right, are you ready, guys? Let's start with our greens. You're gonna see that we're gonna plate this right on the top of this gorgeous platter. Right here. Stunning that looks. Make sure you have all of your veggies. Sometimes, of course, they sink to the bottom. So you want to make sure you get all of that goodness from the very bottom of your pan. Look how it's beautifully glistening. You can see all the colors in there. Let's spread around some of those radishes and the cucumbers that are absorbing all of that flavor. That's it. That's what we want to see, guys. Now we're going to put our beautiful rings of peppers that have been grilling away on the top, right? Yes, these are really ready. Look at those. Beautiful pepper rings right on the top. They're nice, just the right texture. They're not too soft. Let's spread those colors around a little bit. You can put just right over the top. However you choose to do it. Just place the chicken right over the top, just like that. Stunning display of proteins and veggies. And again, the chicken looks nice and moist, and it's chicken breast, so it doesn't have all that fat in there, but it has all of the flavor, all of that jerk flavor. Little few leaves of cilantro right in the middle, right at the top, right there. And there we have our gorgeous jerk chicken salad. Let us make that quick mocktail, everybody, because hey, we've got to make sure we finish this off the right way, right? Well, here you can have some ice added in. I'm going to add some orange juice, just a touch of orange juice in here. A little bit of orange juice. I'm gonna add a little bit of mango juice in here. Just a touch of mango juice. I have some grated ginger right here, freshly grated ginger, going right in. Have a little bit of lemon juice, mixing that in. And a little touch of lime juice as well, just a touch. And a little bit of pineapple juice. We have Juice City happening over here, right? So just a little bit of the pineapple juice. You have mango and pineapple in here. So you don't need any sugar at all, okay? You can take this, just mix it up nicely. Put in a little bit of ice. If you want it nice and cold or chill your glass. In my glass, I have some mango chunks and some lime chunks in there already. And I'm going to just pour this straight into my glass right here. Just about halfway, because the rest of it is going to be some sparkling water and some mint, just like that. And a little bit of sparkling water. Make sure you read your ingredients, because sparkling water, sometimes they put salt in there. So you just want to make sure that it's just water and the carbonation. And that gives it a little bit of a sparkle. Just in there, a little bit of a bubbly in there. And you can add in some fresh mint, just straight into it as a beautiful garnish. I'd just actually put it right in, dunk it right in, just like that, right? You have the stem sticking out, and this is truly an island drink right here, guys. You don't miss the rum, okay? You got the island flavor. I want to cheers to you all. Oh, that is perfect, delicious. Pairs perfectly with the jerk chicken. You know I have to try a little bit of that jerk chicken. Let's make sure it is spiced the way I'd like it to be spiced. Have a perfect piece right here. Oh my goodness. Guys, come on in. Come to the kitchen. Let's enjoy this salad together and this gorgeous drink. So delicious. The spices are warming my mouth, making my body happy. And my goodness, look at that. Caribbean is health. All right, eat like us and you will be healthy and well. Listen, everybody, wishing you good health and a long life. Join me again soon. Cumin powder boasts a dense nutritional profile. It is rich in iron, manganese, calcium, and it contains small amounts of vitamins A and C. Studies have linked cumin powder consumption to improved digestion, reduced inflammation, and enhanced weight management. However, if you consume excessive amounts of it, it may lead to digestive issues such as heartburn and stomach discomfort. Meanwhile, turmeric contains a vibrant compound called curcumin. Its nutritional profile includes manganese, iron, potassium, and vitamin C. Some scientific research shows that turmeric consumption can alleviate inflammation, may boost cognitive function, and lower the risk of chronic diseases. However, don't eat too much of it because it also may interfere with the intestines and certain medications.